Way to wake up in the morning is with Good Day Dakota.
5:39 here on your Thursday morning. Welcome back. Well, this has been one of the warmest winters we've experienced in a while. That one cold snap aside, of course, and it's thanks to an El Nino that's settled over our area.
And in this week's Weatherwise, meteorologist Stone Schaefer gives us a look at our updated La Nina and El Nino outlook for 2024. So Stone, as we get closer to spring now, what can we look forward to for the rest of the year?
Well, change is coming. Sort of a surprise to a lot of people when we look at our El Nino and La Nina outlooks. The Climate Prediction Center has given us an El Nino advisory, but has also given us a La Nina watch. The Climate Prediction Center is anticipating a transition from El Nino to ENSO neutral likely by April/June of this year. That's a 79% chance. So we are already seeing El Nino leaving us into that neutral index, but we're also starting to see increased odds of La Nina developing into June/August of this year. That right now is almost at a coin flip, 55%, and we'll have to keep an eye on it. There's already signals that La Nina would start ahead of winter, giving us a La Nina winter. So what does that mean for La Nina? If you don't remember what a La Nina gives us, well, what is it? It's when trade winds will blow warm surface water out to the west, but in a La Nina year, those winds pick up and they start to pull in cold air from the bottoms of the ocean to the surface, and that has an impact on us here in the United States. So what is that impact? Well, it usually means colder winters for much of the north, sometimes wetter at times, wetter out to the west, dry and warm southern for really Texas and some of those southern states, and a wet season in the winter for around the states of Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, even into the Great Lakes for La Nina. So for an ENSO outlook, normally there's not much impact when it comes to summertime. Usually ENSO affects the months of December and February, but there are some weak returns when it comes to the summertime. We see weak enhanced rainfall totals in El Nino summers, and when we get to La Nina transition summers like we could see this year, we tend to have warmer and drier conditions. So the CPC, when they make their climate predictions, they go all the way out to 2025, and they have these long-range outlooks. Now you have to take these with a grain of salt. They're going to change because we also have localized climate conditions that could change, but we're looking at maybe warmer than average months of July, August, September, October, really the middle to end of summer being warmer than average, and then getting back to equal chances of colder or warmer in the winter months. But again, things could change. That's a long way out. We look at our precipitation outlook, and it does show drier for really the spring into the summer, and then finally getting equal chances of precipitation. So remember to continue to send in your questions so I can answer them here weekly on Weatherwise.
Which if that comes to fruition, we don't want drier. We had such a dry winter, which many of us have been thankful for, as far as, you know, being able to drive around, everything that goes along with that, but we need the moisture.
Did you really have to mention Ohio as the first state to get a La Nina?
That's true. Well, everyone's going to get impacted by that. Again, we had one last year. We had all that snow, and I know we don't want all that snow, but it's going to, if it does start to develop, which is still a coin flip at this point, obviously could have that chance again.
Enjoy that really warmer than average summer we hope to get.
I'm pretty good at picking heads or tails, so.
Okay.